So the next part of that still step one, when you're doing the assessing the situation step, is heart research. And lots of times you think of it as empathy. So what it is that it's a subcategory of that problem solving again, and there's 3 components to it. So there's observation, there's consumer interviews, and there's journey mapping. What observation is going to require the user to do is to slow down, to not jump in right away, and to step back before you step in. You want to use all of your senses and get a hold of your surroundings and kind of become that outsider, that mediator, before you're going to be taking the perspective of another person, which is what empathy is. And then next, what consumer interviews are kind of similar to expert interviews. So they're people that have been doing their shopping at a certain place for a long time. Or they're just people with more experience maybe than you, and you want to get their unique perspectives because everybody does not have the same complaints. There could be some overlap, but everyone has a certain set of standards that they want to uphold, and if something's not doing it for them or if something is doing it for them, you want to hear what they have to say about it and why they feel that way. And then lastly, journey mapping is when you basically illustrate your thoughts. And you can put that in as wide an area or as small an area as you want. Most people, what they do is they take something off the page and maybe put it on a board or on a wall. And they use post-it notes like we do in ESP. They use different types of strings to connect different ideas. You're really just visualizing what you're thinking. And if you're working in a group, this is even more valuable because you could be talking about something for hours on end and think that you guys are all on the same page. And you know what? Maybe you go to Journey Map and it's not the case. So it really helps to clear up any discrepancies you guys might have and to get you guys on the same page or even get you going in a new direction that you didn't think you would go to. So for all of these, like I said, empathy is going to need to be used. And lots of people don't have the best grasp on what empathy is, especially when you compare it to something like sympathy. Empathy is a little bit more selfless. So you're really going to want to take another perspective of someone else, put themselves in your shoes, and try to understand where they're coming from as far as their thought processes or maybe their worries. And as you get older and older, you may actually deal with this even more. Because you're dealing with adults, you're dealing with people with outside lives, and you have to definitely make allowances for that. The psychology behind working in group settings is something that you just really have to experience when you're working with people, because no textbook lesson is going to prepare you for that. So I listed some tips below that you guys can definitely consult, but maybe just think about group settings that you've been in and how you've had to make compromises for certain people, where you've had to maybe compromise your own self. And then maybe think about in terms of one of your parents or one of your older friends, because it really is not something that's gonna be extinct anytime soon. This is something that will last all the way in through your working career. Thanks so much.